on, Titans fans? It's one of those days. It's just one of those days where it's just empty. It's just empty. We got our ass whooped. Like, literally, we got pounded. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about a Diddy party. Like, this is terrible. Our team is terrible. We got no quarterback. Coaching's in denial and just has no idea and over his head. We're a terrible, terrible football team, you guys, and it's probably gonna get a lot worse. So hopefully you guys are ready for it. Hopefully the real fans stay in there and hang in there. It's pretty crazy how bad this team is. It really is. Jared Goff threw 3 touchdown passes, but was far from the star for the Detroit Lions in one of the highest scoring games in franchise history. David Montgomery was the first of 5 Lions to score in the first half in a 52-14 rout of the Titans on Sunday. The Lions were efficient on offense, converting on all 5 chances in the red zone, and all the other 2 phases were dominant. Detroit's defense forced 4 turnovers, and its special teams produced Khalif Raymond's 90-yard punt return, and everybody knows who he is, former Titan. He returned it for a touchdown. He finished with 190 yards on 5 punt returns, and Khalil Dorsey's 72-yard kickoff return that set up another score. So, again, we couldn't stop that. Detroit became the 3rd team since 1941 to have a punt return of 90 yards or more and a kickoff return of 70 or more in a game. Let that sink in. Dan Campbell said, we play with 3 units, and when a couple of them are humming at the right time, it can bail out one of your units. The NFC leading Lions at 6-1 have the conference best record, winning 5 straight games, averaging 40-plus points over the last 4, and the franchise's best 7-game record since 1956. They're dominating. We couldn't do anything about it. We really couldn't. And that's the sad thing, is our defense tried to do everything it could. I don't even know, did he even have 100 yards passing? I don't think so. Again, we couldn't stop it. Jahmyr Gibbs had a 70-yard touchdown run late in the first quarter and finished with a season-high 127 yards rushing. Dorsey's long return set up Goff's 8-yard touchdown pass to Wright early in the second. Raymond's 90-yard kickoff return early in the third put Detroit ahead 42-14. The Titans 1-6 were handed a lopsided loss for the 2nd straight week and have already signaled this as a rebuilding year by trading veteran receiver DeAndre Hopkins and starting linebacker Ernest Jones Jr., which a lot of Titans fans are still upset about. You're going to get blown out by every team in the league turning the ball over 4 times, Titans coach Brian Callahan said. We just don't complement each other at all. Right now, our special teams gives up yards, our defense doesn't get a stop, and we don't do anything on offense, and we turn it over. Everything needs to be better. The Titans extended their streak of throwing an interception in every game when Mason Rudolph was picked off by linebacker Trevor Nowatzki in the first quarter. Rudolph later floated a pass that Kirby Joseph intercepted, which was crazy. Rudolph did rush for his first touchdown, 11-yarder that fooled Detroit's defender. That was a great move, inside out. It was a really good move. Rudolph started for the injured Will Levis, was 22 of 38. You don't ever want him throwing 38 times for 260 yards and a 5-yard touchdown pass to Nick Westbrook-Akina early in the second quarter and 2 interceptions. It's crazy, bro. Ridley had a good game, you guys. Ridley had a good game. Ridley matched a career high with 10 receptions for a season high 143 yards, which he should have had way more than that. It just didn't work out, I guess. Tony Pollard ran for a season high 95 yards on 20 carries. It's just crazy, bro. It is what we got the New England Patriots next, though. The New England Patriots are next, so that'll be exciting in its own right. We get to play the sorry ass Patriots, and they just won, which was crazy. So it's a game where it makes no sense for us to win. If they beat us, we're 2 games behind, and if we were to finish with the same record, they'd beat us in the head-to-head fight. There's no reason for us to win this game at all, especially since we need the higher draft picks. It's crazy, bro. Yeah, this team completely got their ass whooped. I mean, we can go to the box score real quick. Jared Goff, 12 out of 15, y'all. That's it. 12 out of 15, 85 yards, 5.7 yards to throw, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He was sacked 4 times for 33 yards, QBR 15.3. Rating 129.9. That's the weirdest quarterback game I've ever seen. Jahmyr Gibbs, 11 for 27. He had that 1 run. Other than that, we kind of kept him in place. The receivers didn't really, like I said, we don't really allow people to do anything to us. We just don't allow it to happen. But our offense is so bad, our special teams is so bad that we couldn't do anything. We just couldn't do anything about it. The fumbles, Calvin Ridley fumble, Chig fumble, Jaquan fumble, but we got it back. Like, that's 3 fumbles. It's unacceptable. It's not good enough. It's just not good enough. I mean, and then Jaquan Jackson as our returner, 3 punt returners for 3 punt returns for 24 yards. 11 was his longest. It's just not good enough, bro. He has not created enough separation. He's just not doing. He don't even look that fast out there. It's crazy. So, you know, it is what it is at this point. Congratulations to the Lions. You guys just dominated us. Just dominated us in every way possible. Literally, you didn't even score in the 4th quarter. 14 in the first, 21 in the second, 17 in the third. In the fourth, it was just kind of like, let's waste time and kind of move on from there. It's crazy, bro. Just unbelievable. Just unbelievable how that happens. We got completely killed. Detroit goes to 6-1. We're 1-6, and we're on our way to being one of the worst teams, and on our way to having one of the worst Titans seasons in franchise history. Gotta love that, right? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. How are we so bad? Like, how are we that bad? That bad to where we can't even, is crazy. But now it's just at the point where it's going to be Cam Ward, Shador, or Travis Hunter for me. I don't want anyone else. I don't want anyone else. I want one of those quarterbacks. Preferably, I'd like Cam Ward. Travis Hunter, I'd like as receiver. Playmaking receiver. Did you see what he did last week? Have you seen what he can do? All hands, playmaking. He's got the speed. He probably runs 4.3. I mean, he jumps for balls. He's got the attitude. He's a pro on and off the field. I'm telling you, bro. We're going to have a really, really high draft pick next year. It is what it is. We're 1-6 right now. We'll be lucky to win 4 games this year. We'll be lucky to win 4 games this year. And as a Titan fan, you just got to be okay with that. You have to understand the situation that we're in. We're in a situation where we ain't going to be winning many games. We're just not going to. It is what it is. Our team is just not good. Our team is just not good. We're just going to have to deal with it. Titan Cell says, damn, bro, I can't believe it really got blown out that bad. Shaking my head. It's terrible. This team's just not good, bro. It's not even good. It is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? We just got to, you know, it is what it is. And this person says it's not even cold yet and we're talking about the draft. When your team's 1-6, it's what you do. You start evaluating the draft. Cam Ward and Shador are the top 2 guys, in my opinion, at the quarterback position that are worth, you know, one of those top picks. Hunter, we need a receiver that can help, you know, with D-Hop gone. We need a true playmaking receiver that can go 80 yards any given play. Hunter can do that. Ridley can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's crazy. This season's going to be crazy, crazy, crazy. Like, seriously, it's going to be wild, man. I want to listen to the post game. I want to listen to the post game, you guys. We're going to do the post game talk. We're going to listen to today's stuff as well. We got a lot of stuff that we're going to be listening to, you guys. All right? We got a lot of stuff we're going to be listening to, so make sure you guys hit that like button. Let's hear what Coach Brian Callahan had to say after the game ended. Let's hear what he had to say.
No injuries to report. Nobody left the game and didn't return, so there's nothing to report there.
Let me know if you guys can hear me. Hit number 1 if we're good. If you guys can hear it.
Football team at their place. Turn the ball over 4 times. You don't take it away once.
Yep.
You give up an unbelievable amount of return yardage in the return game, both in kickoff and punt. Put our defense in short fields. They scored 5 touchdowns in all 5 possessions that they were down in there. We allowed too many explosive plays, and we had too many penalties in the first half for sure. The positives of it are they only had 1 touchdown when they started in their own territory, but they started way too often in ours. Our defense played well enough, but again, the short fields didn't come up with any stops and found ways to let them score touchdowns. You know, other than the turnovers, I thought our offense moved the ball.
You guys can hear it. Put number 1.
Defense. We put it was 14-14 game at one point and thought we had a good rhythm going. And we had a chance to keep the game tight, and we were playing good football. And then that's how the game gets away from you against a good football team. You give up a punt return for a touchdown. You give up a long kickoff. You give the defense another short field.
Yep.
And then you ultimately turn the ball over 4 times. And at some point, we're going to stop doing that, and we'll be able to play a competitive football game. But until then, that's what they look like when you turn it over like that and don't get any turnovers in return. So it's just not good enough anywhere. And, again, you play a good team on the road that's built to capitalize on mistakes and make you pay for them. They did. And that's where we're at.
Do you guys hear that? Like, he's over there like, dude, like, the defense played well enough, but you guys got to think about it. They're starting on our side of the field the whole time, so the defense isn't really getting, you know, isn't really stopping them from, but they're 10, 20, 30 yards from scoring from all those punt returns and everything like that, the kick returns. Like, the defense is put in such a shitty situation. Can you really pin that on the defense? That's not even fair, bro. That's not even fair. The defenses can only do what it can do. You got your offense fumbling all over the place, not even putting up any points, really. It's crazy, bro.
Right. Yeah.
Talk to him, TD.
Look, I'm not really in the business of trying to provide all that right now. We're just trying to play better football, and that's my focus. Putting guys out there that, you know, we fight. Our team plays hard, but we got to do a lot of things a lot better. And right now, it's not a product that people are excited to watch, and that's the way it is.
It's fucking terrible to watch, coach. Do your damn job, coach. It's crazy, bro. We're sitting here and we're watching this football, and you're not even doing anything, bro. Like, it's crazy. You look lost. You look in over your head. But again, his scapegoat excuse, I don't have my quarterback. You know that's what it is. You know that's what it is. So we're just going to continue to lose. It is what it is. He's going to want his quarterback. We don't have one. Levis is not the answer.
Yeah.
He looks so nervous right now.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into all that. That's, you know, obviously we haven't played well enough on special teams, but that's a little bit too much for after a game.
And how's Colt Anderson even
look,
fucking still on the team?
I think Colt's a good football coach. We haven't played well enough. We haven't coached well enough, so there's really nothing else to say about that.
You don't want to talk about Colt Anderson. You hear that? I think he's a good coach. Like, what? What are you watching? He's a good coach where? We're Titans and you hired a guy named Colt. Let him know his last name's Anderson. You gonna let a Colt invade with my last name? You're out of your damn mind. That's crazy.
I mean, I see a lot of, you know, we don't get down and cover. We missed tackles today. You know, we're devoting resources to protect because that wasn't good enough early. We protected and settled down, but then we haven't covered very well. There's blame around to go around in all of it, both schematically and in performance. As we'll take a look at that when we get back on the film. But right now, none of it's good enough anywhere.
I mean, he's right there. We're terrible everywhere. Coach ain't lying. We are terrible. We're not good anywhere. Like, literally, really anywhere. We're losing everywhere. You know, we're not performing at a high level really anywhere, bro. Like, it's crazy. Man.
I'll deal with that on my own when we get back to the building if that's something that we have to do. But at this point, I'm not in that mode.
You said the defense played well enough to win. There were at least 2 play-action plays.
They're calling him out right there. It's Jim Wyatt.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jim Wyatt, bro.
Well, I'm not saying that it was. I'm not saying it was good enough. Trust me. I'm just saying they got put in some really tough spots, and when they weren't in those tough spots, they did some good things. They put us in position early in the game for it to be a ball game. Obviously, we had some lapses in coverage and assignments at those spots in the red zone. Again, when you go 5 for 5 in the red zone, that means we're not playing.
So Jim's kind of calling out, you know, the team, like, because he's like, well, the defense gave up points, this, and that. It's like, and then Brian Callahan's kind of trying to defend the defense again. It's like, I'm kind of on Brian Callahan's side against Jim on this one because it's like, what is the defense really supposed to do when, like, yeah, try to not give up those points, sure, but it's like the offense is right there starting on their side of the field every single time. It's hard. It's difficult. It's the fucking NFL. It's pros. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the defense was really, really put in a shit bag and set on fire. It really wasn't given a chance.
And the brand of football is going to win a game for us. So at the end of the day, we got to be better there too.
Second quarter, towards the end, you got first and goal, 1 yard line, 4 plays, throwing shotgun, passing plays. Did you do that because of previous unsuccessful attempts?
Make sure you guys hit that like button, follow, subscribe.
All the situations are independent, but they had their base defense in there versus our sub personnel. So I didn't want to get into a spot where we had to sub people in and get heavy and sub people. There's only so much time left in getting all those things off with enough shots at the end zone. Right? So that's ultimately what happened. You could have potentially run the ball there at some point, but they had a heavy personnel, their base defense against our sub, and I thought our advantage was the one-on-ones, and we had opportunities.
You did have timeouts.
We had one, yeah. Yeah, we had one. And so, again, you can look back on it and second guess it all you want, but at the end of the day, I thought our best chance to get the ball in the end zone was to play our one-on-one game outside with those guys. We had some pick routes. We had some things available to us that I felt good about.
Sticking with special teams, there's a huge issue for this team.
Bro, as we're all listening to Coach talk, like he looks so uncomfortable, bro. He does. He looks so unhappy, uncomfortable. He looks like, what the fuck did I sign up for? I think he's handling himself okay. He's answering the questions. He's not running from anything, so I give him credit for there. I think it's just, as much as we don't like what he's done for us and everything that's coming along with it, you guys, I think we have to really kind of sit back and allow him to get Cam Ward or Shador and let him operate to really judge him fairly. Because realistically, let's be honest, he didn't draft. He wasn't even here when we took Will Levis. So, he inherited Will Levis. So that's the only reason I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. That's it, because Will Levis wasn't his quarterback. That being said, I don't like pretty much anything of what he's done so far as our head coach at all. Play calling's been mid at best. It's been trash mostly at times. And it's not looking too good for Brian Callahan so far. So we'll see what happens, man. Let's continue. Finish this up.
Yeah.
Coach got fired last year in season. Was that any kind of mandate for Amy that will rein in special teams be a priority for you and not be an issue?
I don't want special teams to be an issue, and I certainly wasn't anticipating any issues. That we've had a lot of them, though.
Yep.
There's been no mandates or anything of that sort. So, look, we got to play better on special teams for sure. There's a lot of things that aren't good enough right now.
Yeah, we got to play better on special teams, Brian. I think everybody understands that. But why is Colt Anderson still on the team, bro? What he allowed to happen is it's wow, bro. And you're not doing anything, bro. You're busting a Mike Vrabel. You're not making any adjustments. Nothing to fix the issues at all. That's the problem.
The same thing. Look, we have not come anywhere close to playing the football that I think we're capable of. And when you turn the ball over the way we turn it over, 4 turnovers is, you're going to get blown out by every team in the league. You turn the ball over 4 times, and then we don't capture any of the ball at all, and we just don't complement each other at all. Right now our special teams gives up yards. Defense doesn't get a stop. We don't do anything on offense. We turn it over. So it's just everything needs to be better. And so that's all there is to it. You got to look at it and find a way to get those things corrected. And until we do, it's going to be hard.
He said, until we fix basically everything, it's going to be hard to win. You guys were 1-6. You know what I'm saying? We're probably not winning 5 games. I would be shocked if we don't have a top 3 pick in the draft. Not just top 5, top 3. That's how bad we are. That's the pace we're going. And like I said, there's 3 players in this draft that I just think the Titans have to walk away with one of them. Cam Ward being my number 1. And again, you can have your own order. I don't care. Whatever. Cam Ward's my number 1. Travis Hunter's my number 2. And Shador's my number 3. We have to get one of them. We have to get one of them. 3 playmakers. 3 big names. 3 guys that can help change this team around fast. We got a great defense. We're stuck in a situation right now where it's the waiting game. And there's been people that are sitting there saying, well, dude, you're already talking draft. It's not even cold yet. Ha ha. Well, we're 1-6. What do you want us to do? Talk Super Bowl? Do you want us to talk Super Bowl? It's not realistic, bro. We're not going to the Super Bowl. But we will have a very, very good draft pick. So the fact that the Titans fans are talking draft is because we're going to be picking in the top of the draft, the top part of it. We're not going to the Super Bowl. We're not going to the playoffs. We're a terrible football team this year with no quarterback. A brand new coach that looks lost, like he's stuck in a fucking maze with mirrors. It's crazy, bro. Hit that like, comment, subscribe, y'all.
Mm-hmm. What did you see that kind of like flip with Aaron Lynn's, scheme, that kind of freshman guy down the stretch?
We moved the ball pretty well. We just turned it over. We turned the ball over.
I moved the ball pretty.
Fumbled 2 more times in plus territory. We're just. I wouldn't say anything that they did that was outside of what was expected. They do a good job. It's a good defense. Aaron's a good coach. But I thought we did at spots, moved the ball well enough, and then again it got out of hand, and we didn't convert on third down on top of it. So
Yeah.
sort of the same list of issues.
Yep. There's issues everywhere, bro. It's everywhere. Play calls are terrible.
Yeah, I mean that's why we're 1-6, and those aren't. It's not for lack of intention. It's not for lack of coaching it. We just got to do a better job of doing it. You know, that's kind of where we're at, and we'll keep hammering it. We'll keep coaching it, and we got to find a way at some point to not do it. That's really what it comes down to.
He looks so upset. He doesn't want to be there. You can clearly tell he's upset. I mean, I get it, bro. You're 1-6, but don't give
Yeah,
up.
I absolutely do. I believe that from the get-go, and we got to stop losing games. We're losing ourselves games. We're not putting ourselves in position to win. We don't play a clean enough brand right now to put us in spots to be in the competitive games. And
telling the
look,
truth.
we had some games that we had chances to win. We were in. And so, yeah, there's things that I believe about our roster. I believe in the way our guys play and they work. But we got to do a better job playing football.
Yep.
And a better job coaching it at the end of the day because, you know, 1-6 is what we are. We played some teams that I think
We're
are
1-6.
really good. And we haven't performed well against the really good teams that we've faced. And I think we're capable of playing much better than we are. And we got to keep finding a way to get that done.
Bro, he looks, oh my God, bro. Oh, poor Brian. Don't worry, bro. You're going to keep losing. You're going to get your pick at quarterback. And if you don't do good next year, then you'll probably get the boot like Monopoly. But I think for right now, man, just hang in there. Try to, you know, just try to make, you know, the players we have on the team now that you know are going to be on the team next year. Just try to improve them. Try to get them better. Try to, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, again, I keep telling all the Titans fans, all my subscribers and followers from all social medias, this year sucks. It's going to be tough. But if you're a real fan, you're going to stick through it. You're going to stick through it and just and deal with it. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be crazy, man. It's not going to be easy. This season is going to really test Titans fans. It's going to test your real fandom. You know, we're not even guaranteed to be good next year. If we draft a quarterback next year and he's not good, then we're stuck in the same hole. If we draft Cam Ward or Shador, and whoever we draft, if they're not good, we're in trouble again. You got to have a quarterback. We got to have a quarterback. Hit that thumbs up.
If a coach of a unit is unit underperforms to the degree that Colts has, and they don't see him held to account in some way.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all just start with ourselves first, you know. And if we're not playing well enough, what can I do better as a player? Where are we able to make an improvement to do something better than we've done it? Trust me, all these guys, we're all held accountable. There's nothing that's not being accounted for. So we have to do a good job of taking that accountability to the field and performing on game day, coaching and playing.
He's ready to leave, bro. He's ready to get off the stage.
Yeah, incredibly frustrating. You know, it's again, I thought we did some good things early in the game. We made it. We came out hot. We started fast, just like we hoped to, and you know, ultimately don't have much to show for it. Yeah, that's really frustrating.
Yeah, they had Mason Rudolph up there talking next, so I don't really even want to hear him. Titans fans, it's crazy. This is what we're working with. It is what it is. You know, there's one thing that I wanted to listen to was, let me see if I could find it. I'm going to see if I could find it because it's fucking hilarious. Let me find it real quick. You guys will definitely enjoy this, I promise you. You know, a lot of people like to diss on the Tennessee Titans, you know, and rightfully so. We are fucking terrible. But I don't know if anybody has it worse than the Colts. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. I don't think anyone has it worse than the Colts. I'm going to try to find that clip that I wanted you guys to see, and you guys are going to laugh. It is hilarious. So let me see if I can find it. This shit is just too funny. All right, here we go. Where is it at? Everybody's getting into them right now. I'm trying to find the right one, though. Where is it at? Where is it at? Why is it? Where the fuck did it go? Maybe it's up here somewhere. Let me see. Right here. Here we go.
For like the last couple years.
10 for 32.
All right. I wanted to go over this with you guys because it's funny as hell. Pat McAfee talks about Anthony Richardson. He says, I've never seen an NFL quarterback tap out while still being healthy until watching Anthony Richardson. The quarterback is your franchise. The message it sends is loud and influential. Like, this is crazy. And there's other NFL former players that have mentioned this, but this is crazy because it's from Pat McAfee. He is a former Colt. Let's listen to what Pat McAfee says about Anthony Richardson tapping out of the game like Kurt Angle.
10 for 32.
There was drops, though. I don't want to get into making excuses for Anthony Richardson like I've been doing for like the last couple years. There were some drops, obviously. There were some situations that could have won another direction where somebody could have helped him out, maybe make a play for him.
Yeah.
So his completion percentage is certainly, they're saying like...
Yeah, like the worst
Historic.
ever.
Actually, I haven't gotten that. Another one?
Yeah. But like I said, we kind of went to work this morning. I don't know if you want to see the next graphic, but AR is a cool guy. However, Anthony Richardson ranks 222nd in completion rate, 50%, among the 225 QBs with 250 plus dropbacks since the year 2000. So when you're just talking about,
He really went to work, huh?
yeah,
He's the worst quarterback
Yeah, what
since
are
year
you- hey,
2000.
cool guy.
Worst quarterback in
Yeah,
almost in a
Normally
quarter
the title of
century.
the graphic is supposed to be something, you just want to make sure people knew that.
Worst
Yes,
quarterback
well,
in a
that's-
quarter
I think
century.
That's what makes this the most frustrating.
It's because he would be.
The flashes that you see are like, holy shit, this guy's unbelievable. Like that last touchdown he had, the touchdown to the front corner
Touch.
of the end zone, that was unbelievable. And then we talk about like last year early on when he's running in touchdowns and doing 360 spikes. It's like he has the ability, and you mentioned like forever he's probably walked down the field and been the best player and the best athlete, and that has got him to where
He
he
didn't
is.
even
But
win in
now,
college, barely
like, you
played in
guys talk about it all
college.
the time, like now it's the best of the best. Now it's 20 plus years
Ridiculous.
of dudes who are in the NFL who have always been that guy on the field. So like it not coming together, especially now after going through the whole potential year last year and the start of the season and having it be a very pivotal game, like it is brutal to watch.
Yeah, you're going up against
just
a
as
Texan.
a football fan, not even like an Indianapolis Colts fan.
This isn't an overreaction either.
No.
This is not good for the NFL as well. Like,
Yes.
the quarterback position, okay? These dudes are making $60 million a year.
Yep.
For a reason. You are the face of the franchise. You are everything that the franchise
Yep.
is supposed to embody. People say, the team takes on the personality of its coach. I agree. But if the quarterback isn't on board, none of that happens. The quarterback is in a position of leadership because they touch the ball every single play. They're going to get paid the most. They are the ones who the team goes if they go. So you being the one that everybody's looking at, I don't think he understands that either. I don't think he has a basic understanding of like how fragile your job can be in the NFL, how it can end immediately, and also like what you signed up to be whenever you decided to be an NFL quarterback. And he said, "Well, I didn't sign to
grilling
draft
him.
me, dude." It's like, well, you've been put into a position that millions of people would die to be in.
Yeah, we got the part 2 right here.
Fashion, and I don't know how AR comes back from this. Legitimately, everybody that has played football is reacting in the same fashion. And,
Everybody's doing this.
I don't know how AR comes back from this. Legitimately, I don't know what the bounce back is after this entire.
I mean, it's tough. And you said, a lot of the fan base is kind of, like surprised that he's still out there playing. A lot of the fan base still wanted to play, coming into this game at least. Like, hey, we need him to develop, need him to be the future of the team and all this other bullshit. But like, man, like tapping out is one thing, and that is all time bad. I think Rex was talking about this morning, been around the game.
Look at he's just sitting there.
Watching the game.
He walks off, taps on his head.
And then after the game, you got the 15-minute cool down.
What the hell is that, bro?
The media.
How do you're 23 years old or some shit?
I can't lie. I'm tired. Like that's
Tired.
the time, hey,
I'm
lie.
tired.
Like,
Take me out.
I know we talk about transparency shit, but lie. But the bigger issue is not being in shape, not being that guy. You are the head. You're the head of the team. That's a huge.
This is
third goal
remarkable.
in a pivotal game. You cannot do it. There's 52 other guys out there battling their ass off. You mentioned JT being out there, the defense being out there. He was getting beat up. He was getting pressured all day. But you got to find a way. You got to gut it out. Make a big throw. Make a big play. You're 22 years old.
22
we expect
years.
you to be playing this league for 10, 15 years, but You talk about developing and all this
This
other
is
shit.
crazy.
Like, potential will get you fired. Potential will get coaches fired, GMs, other players will be looking for new teams because you're not winning, not living up to your standards. So that's all time bad, man. Not only tapping out, but then not having the awareness to know, like, hey, this shit ain't okay. For you
Yep.
to say, hey, man, just need to
Preach.
take a breather. We seen Lamar Jackson. I think the first game of the season when he opened up against the Chiefs, he probably ran it, I feel like 20 times.
He did.
Never see him tapping out. Never see him tapping out. He's
Exactly.
throwing
You
the ball,
can't.
he's
Come on,
busting
you're
their
NFL
offense
quarterback,
for him
bro.
doing that. So, I mean,
Tapping
that's all
out
time
against
bad for
your
AR.
division
Hopefully he learns
rival.
from this, but week to week going forward, everybody's
Hell
fighting.
no.
It's
If I
tough
was
to
the
win
coach,
this
I'd
league.
bench his
You want
ass
the best
right away.
option out there.
Are you kidding
I
me?
said it a few weeks ago. A bunch of people jumped on my ass about saying, hey, I think you go out there Flacco. He gives you the best
Flacco's
chance.
better
now,
than Anthony Richardson
week in,
anyway,
week out to win.
even
you
at
go
this
with
stage.
Flacco and you let AR learn, maybe from the sideline, how to be a quarterback of a team. Hopefully he does, but man, it's the NFL, man, not for long. We all know that.
Yeah, but I don't think he knows that. Like,
He better figure it
I don't
out.
think he has anybody telling him, like, hey, like, there's only 32 of those jobs right now.
Damn.
You know, like, you are lucky to have one of those and to be forced in because of the situation that happened before you got to this program. And I know Chris Ballard,
Dude's
and I assume
getting
Jim Irsay
destroyed.
and Shane Steichen, and everybody's aligned. And I was even on board last week, you know. I was even on board or 2 weeks ago whenever he comes back in. It's like, all right, this is good for the future. We can win games still. We beat the Dolphins. Ugly. Not great offensively, efficiently, especially after what you watched Joe Flacco do the week before.
Yeah.
Where it's just like,
Dice.
That's the other part, Tim.
because he knows everything.
That's terrible. That's just terrible. 22, 23 years old, taking himself out of the game. NFL players are going crazy right now. Literally, even Pat McAfee, a cult legend, is over there dissing on his own quarterback because it's just disrespectful. These kids growing up in iPads nowadays they just don't understand what it's like playing tackle football outside in the grass with no pads on. They just don't understand what it's like. They just don't. They've had it. It's just a different time now. It is what it is. It's pretty embarrassing to know that your quarterback took himself out because he's tired, and he's that young. It's embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. Oh man. Hey guys, I'm gonna close this out right here. You guys, I'm gonna get some of the reaction videos put together for from the game, the highlights. I just wanted to go live for a little bit. We've been live. I wanted to go for live for about half an hour. I appreciate everybody. Thank you guys so much for chilling and hanging out. You know, we're just not a good football team right now, you guys, but it'll get better. It'll get better, trust me. Tighten up, Code Blue, Cyclops swag. You cannot spell Titans without putting that T-A in it. Let's go. Hey, after this ends, put it in the comment section. Who do you guys want the Titans to draft? Let's go.